Okay, we must continue soldiering on because we cannot go back. We have no back to go to. IPOB, the structure of IPOB is working and we are moving on. Thank you for your renditions and speeches to Biafrans and all lovers of freedom all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, this is where we come to the end of the program. Tomorrow is another day. We must continue doing what we are doing because we have no back to go to. If we stop this, we are all perishing. That is the reality. Therefore, Biafra remains our ideology. Biafra remains our religion. Biafra remains our focus. Therefore, we have to continue. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, it is simply good night. Therefore, without taking any much time, I will bring in Mazi Chinasa in order to do his introductory comment on his introductory statement before we move on. Mazi, please, welcome to the program. Mazi Chinasa, can you hear me?
Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, now your voice is coming out now. Before your voice was not coming out. Go on.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was on mute. Mazi Chinedu, good evening. Good evening, and good evening, fellow Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom. My name is Mazi Chinasa. Mazi Chinasa served the indigenous people of Biafra as a member of the Directorate of State. This evening, I have come to you people to continue to spread the gospel for the restoration of Biafra, to educate our people and inform our people and make certain clarifications where people say they are confused, so they won't be confused. Last week, I was supposed to be on air, but unfortunately, our radio was having some technical issues, and Mazi Chukwu, the former, could not be able to fix it at that particular time. But later on, when he came in, he realized there was an attack on the radio, and I hope they have rectified any technical difficulty we might have witnessed on that particular day. This evening, there is nothing much to talk rather than to make certain clarification, make certain pronouncement, and educate our people to know what is ahead of them and what we have to pay our attention more on. This evening, I'm going to separate our program just in two ways only. The issues that have been making waves on the social media the past few weeks over the document Nnamdi wrote, the letter he wrote, and all the brouhaha surrounding that letter. All the challenges, all the lies, blackmail, hell against the leadership of this movement in the access just to destroy the movement. But one thing is very clear. Our hands are clean. We have come with a genuine heart. Many Biafrans are fighting this struggle with a genuine heart. And this evening, I will hammer on those things once more. I am someone, people cannot lie against me. I am not one of those you can lie against him and I will keep silent. You can't lie against me. I will confront you head on because I know I have no skeleton in my cupboard. I have nothing to hide in this struggle. People who are always interacting with me or people who are dealing with me in anything I do, I am a straightforward person. A man of self-accountability and deep-rooted in morality. And that is why I have come so long. This is my 10th year in this struggle. Some people came up, they said, we don't know. You don't know me because you have not been in this struggle. You came in last year, you say you don't know Chinedu because you came last year, or you just jumped into this struggle. Who is a member of IPOB for many years now that do not know who is Chinedu? Is it because we don't wear suits and come out on social media to speak? Everybody have what he has to do. This journey is still a very long journey, and those who are not sensible enough, who are not strategically enough, will never make it to the end. Those who have come with a greedy mind, with a criminal mindset, will never make this journey to the end. Of course, death may come along the way. It doesn't mean that everybody who will fall along the way is because of his criminal mind. But those I am referring to, it is very, very clear, and they know themselves. So this evening, I will put up our discussion in two different stages. It will be the internal issues, the blackmail, or everything that is rocking the lies peddled against many top leadership of this movement, and also what is happening in our borders, how it's going to affect us, and why we must everybody get prepared on what is about to come. Everything is approaching very fast. They know the reason why they take away Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is because of days like this. Because they know what is going to happen. That is why they continue to set up people who will come to distract you, people who will come to make you continue to shout on the social media, your papa, your mama. You don't know when things are happening. People who will come out and always ask you, what are you doing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out? And they have never done anything themselves. At least let them do. If they said we have not done anything, what have they do by themselves? What have they done? Or what are they doing? They can only come on social media and tell you, what are you people doing? Because they don't know. And the moment you tell them, their chief infiltrators, they will pass information for him. They will come out and use it as a program and run. Do you understand me? Stole idea to go to pronounce so that people who are watching content creation will be able to surround and they will make money through YouTube. Before they come to Facebook, before they come to social media, before he came out from the village where he's living in the Scandinavia, some of us has been here. And it is because we are here, many of us, that is what he heard, and he came out. But today, people have seen how they are working tirelessly, sponsored by the Nigerian government and the DSS, to make sure they destroy this movement, which they have failed. Therefore, I'm telling you, in a couple of months' time, the government, everybody has to be at watch out because they are bringing up a new person. We don't know where the person is still coming from, the angle he's going to do his attack, because they have concluded that this guy could not deliver the mission. The chief infiltrator has failed. He could not deliver the mission. You see him now all over. Do you understand me? Shouting everywhere. They wake up, they shouted. The other one, the sibling of Chinedu cannot write without calling Chinedu. You know, the hotel, the Chinedu hotel. This is only, they sleep and wake up Chinedu. Because they know there are people whom they cannot cajole, or whom they cannot push or compromise, or who they can open eyes and talk to. And for that reason, in order not to waste much of the time here, Chinedu, I will hand over this mic to you, so that we will start this program and people will be educated this evening. They will be informed. They will understand what is happening in this struggle. I want to filter their mind, for them to zero their mind and understand that all we are doing is to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is freed from the detention. We make sure that we keep moving until Biafra is restored, and make sure we keep this family, because if we fail, the Biafra struggle is gone for this generation. Thank you, Mazi Chinedu.
Ndewo Mazi, Ndewo. We must continue. Mazi, I want us to start from where you mentioned. You talked about the letter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through Aloy Ejimako, Barrister Aloy Ejimako. It was delivered. I know it looks as if out of is it frustration? I can say or anything.
But your voice is cracking. I'm not hearing you very well. Your voice is cracking.
Can you hear me? Yeah, it is raining heavily here. Can you hear me now, Mazi? Mazi Nasa, can you hear me?
Mazi, I could not hear you. I cannot hear you, but I'm hearing you now. You understand me? I don't know if you can repeat the question you were saying. So it will.
Yeah, I said.
Pick it up.
Yes, I said. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now clearly?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. What I was saying. Let us start from where you started, where you mentioned before. About the letter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to the extent that he used his hand to write letter and deliver through Barrister Ejimako, which he did, and many other things that followed. But I want to understand. Also, we saw about the statement of Benjamin Madubugu that visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Finally, he mentioned that anything that comes from, including Mazi Ejimako, is from him. But people are asking now, what is the basis of attacking Mazi Ejimako? Please, we need clarification. People need clarification. What is the basis of attacking Ejimako in this issue? Please, that is the first thing I want to. Please, somebody is calling Mazi. I don't know when people are calling. When people are calling. Mazi, I don't know whether you understand me. Somebody called this line. Yes. That was what put it on hold. Do you hear what I said? Do you hear what I said?
Yes, I heard you very well, very clearly.
Yeah, please go on.
Okay, Mazi. Okay. If you can mute from your side so that I can't get any. Thank you, Mazi. It's very clear now. Mazi, let me start from the question you just threw right now. Mazi Benjamin, this is completely 2 years. The leadership have tried all they could for Mazi Benjamin to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the detention facility. Many people have fought against it. Last month, the leadership also spent money to make sure that Mazi Jonathan, when Onyendu wanted to see him, Onyendu want to hear from him, because all this while, those who go to tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu about IPOB, mainly his siblings. The siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are the ones that goes to tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the barristers, that is, the barristers is if we send them message, and we don't know other messages they used to drop for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But it is only Benjamin Madubugu, whom we know is an IPOB member. He went to prison because of this struggle. And for 2 years, we have tried. On many occasions, they label him all kind of things. They bring confusions. And all these things they did was to make sure that Benjamin don't visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because we know if Benjamin visits Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as an IPOB member, he knows the structure. He knows everything. At least he can be able to tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what is happening outside the four walls of the DSS dungeon. Mazi, am I coming out? Is saying my connection lost. I don't know if it's affecting the Mazi, am I coming out? Is saying my connection lost. I don't know if it's affecting the
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE. Welcome back, please. There is some technical issues that came up, but I think it's fixed right now. So we must continue, please. Please. I welcome each and every one of you back to this Hello platform. So, Mazi Sanwo-Olu, you are continuing. Please continue. Let me see. Please hold on. Yes. Please continue in what you're saying. Continue. You understand the question?
Okay.
Yes. Your voice is crystal clear.
Yes. Yeah. So, dear friends, from where I stopped, I was talking about how our brother Mazi, we tried to make sure he visits Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on several occasions have asked him to come and see him in the DSS dungeon, which we have tried on many occasions and failed. But, Chukwu Kadiama is great. Last month when he asked him to come also, he went there, he could not see him. But so God, with infinite mercy, last Thursday he went there and he was able to meet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we realized also the fact that there is nobody from the leadership who goes directly or who can be able to communicate to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That people took that opportunity to blackmail IPOB leadership. They took that opportunity to blackmail everybody they think that will be a hindrance for them to be able to hijack the struggle. That was what had been happening for 2 years. Because I could remember the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, everything was in order. We were communicating, like I said, I continue to say it, I was communicating with him on that particular day until he told me, okay, I will get back to you. And that was the last day. And suddenly, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned to Nigeria, a lot of things start happening. A lot start happening. In one of the things I wrote on social media about the letter was written by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But you see, one of his siblings, who is very good to come on social media, he has nothing to talk since they hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to talk about Chinedu Samuru. I wrote that this message has been given for past 1 year, for a very long time. The letter is not coming new. And can any one of them argue that? That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why would Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even go to the extent to write a letter? Because, and they gave it to them, gave it to Aloy to present this letter, even though some of us are not somehow agreeable. Of course, not everything people do you must accept or you must just say it's okay. But for us, there was no need of even giving a written note. Why a written note was given out was because this message, Nnamdi have continually sent this message. If you compare the time Abanibe met Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in December 2021 and heard what he said, was because this message, Nnamdi have continually sent this message. If you compare the time Abanibe met Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in December 2021 and heard what he said.
with your brains, your common sense. Now, Africans, listen to learn. Listen and reason with your brains, your common sense, not your emotions. Alright? Who owns Catholic? Italians, Europeans. Who owns Anglican? England, Europeans. Who owns Pentecostal? USA, America. Who owns Islam? Arabics. All these religions are not owned by African or invented by any African country or ancestors, state or country. Listen, or people. Listen, Africa. Then, African Christians, where do you go for pilgrimage? Israel, right? African Islam, where do you go for pilgrimage? Saudi Arabia. No foreign country comes pilgrimage in Africa for anything. Listen, Africans. In Africa, what do we celebrate every year? Easter, European culture. Christmas, European culture. Ramadan, Arabic culture. Chinese New Year, Chinese culture. Africa, what event in Africa does the world respect and celebrate? Now, before we have our new moon festival is dead. Before we have our worldwide yam festival is dead. African, listen, so you understand why you are very weak, why you are the lowest race on the planet right now, why nobody respects you. Okay? Now, Africans, we answer John, we answer Paul, we answer Peter, we answer Josh, we answer Philip, we answer we answer Grace, we answer Peace. These are European English names and European names derived from the Bible. Alright? Africa, which country, which foreign country answers African name? Which foreign country give their kids African name like Emeka, Toyinka, Mugabe, Malema, Mandela, Kagame? Nobody. Nobody. Africa, listen. Now, in Africa, we speak same language I'm speaking right now, English. We speak English, French, Spanish, Portuguese. Now, these are foreign language. Arabics, these are foreign language. Which country in Africa, in the world, speak African languages? Which country in the world speak Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, Zulu, Swahili? Do you know in the whole Africa the most spoken language is Swahili? Swahili is supposed to be the official language in Africa, but we are speaking the language given to us by our oppressors. Africans, listen, because when I'm talking like this, you guys think I'm just talking out of ignorance. Anything I present to you on the media, on the internet, it's facts. I don't do with theories like in your Bible. Listen, African, wake up. Africa, why are we the only race that destroy our own and embrace the ones of our oppressors? Why are we the only race that destroy our own and embrace the ones of our oppressors? As an African, you see your fellow African doing African spirituality and traditions as evil, but you call the ones invented by your oppressors, by your European masters, slave masters, you call it original and real, but your own spirituality you say is evil. Africa, listen. Italians did not invest in Ferrari companies in Africa, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Pentagani in Africa. No, but they invented Catholic in Africa. All right. Arabs didn't invent any factories in Africa, but they invented Islam in Africa. Same with America, same with England. Okay, do you know every month there is number of percentage of financial support money that goes to Rome and England through Anglican and Catholic in Africa? Imagine we are giving Italy, we are helping Europe to become rich through religion. And after you cry that slavery, this one, Africans, why you don't reason with your brain to learn? Why can't you wake up? We are the only race that answers other people's name, language, food, culture, and education. The European community paid a huge sum of money to cancel the history of European genocide and Holocaust in Africa. If any African know the history of Belgium in Congo, history of British in Ghana, Nigeria, history of America in Liberia, history of Europeans that gave you religion, names, culture, education. If you know the history, none of you will go to that country to play for them as a football player, as a sports player, work for them in their countries. If you understand the history of what these people did. But today, I can never see a German youth calling Adolf Hitler evil. Adolf Hitler killed millions of people on earth. I can never see a German youth calling their Nazist ancestors evil. I have never seen an American youth calling the American ancestors that killed the Great Indians, the original Americans, the Cherokees, the Mohicans, that killed them to take their land. I have never seen them calling their ancestors evil. I have never seen a Belgian that the king of Belgium murdered almost 70 million Congo. I have never seen a Belgian youth calling their ancestors evil. I have never seen a British youth calling their ancestors evil. In fact, I have never seen an Arabic youth calling their ancestors evil or casting and biting their ancestors. But Africa is the one that casts and binds their innocent ancestors that never invaded any land, destroyed any people, took people, wives and children, raped boys and girls. Africa, do you know both Islam and Christianity was forced on Africans? Do you know? This religion was forced to Africans to accept. Anything that was forced into your life is not real, it's control. Religion is control, mental brainwash, theories, fictions, illusions, faith, believing in things that you don't know that exist, believing in things and hoping in things that doesn't exist. Do you know how the missionary came to Africans? You don't know. Do you know the modern Egyptians, Algerians, Moroccans, Tunisians are not real Africans? Don't you know the place the modern Egyptian, the modern Arabs in Africa are staying is not their own? they invaded and chased the black Africans away and took the land. Do you know in the Bible, the only two countries in Africa mentioned were Egypt and Ethiopia. Ethiopia was about the Queen of Sheba, and Egypt was where they destroy African country. They call Egypt evil. They use Egypt for evil example for all sorts of bad things in the Bible. That they enslaved Israel. This one. Do you know Israel came in existence in 1948? Before that, Israel were Palestinians. Do you know Israel came out of Palestinians? Do you know Africans? How can a country that is less than 100 years be enslaved in Egypt for 400 years and you believe this? You don't reason Africans. Egypt is the first country in the world to be civilized. The Roman Empire, the Rome architectural plans, the Greek Athens architectural plans, we are derived from Egyptians, from the real African Egyptians. They are black. They are black. They are not white. They are not yellow. They are black. Egypt is the first country on earth to be civilized. Egypt is the first country on earth to have light. Egypt is the first country on earth to build story buildings without cement. Egypt is the first country on earth to have power of leadership. Egypt represents wealth, light, power, respect, love, creation. But today, African Christians are praying the Egyptians I see today, I shall see no more. Because of what they told you in the Bible that never existed. There is no record of Israelites being in Egypt for 400 years. All these are fictions and illusions. Because Israel only existed in the year 1948. I guess so. Yes. Go and look it up. So tell me, why are you guys being brainwashed up till now? You don't want to research, self-aware, and wake up from religious mental slavery. This is how they control you. If you want to get a people, you take away their language, their culture, their traditions, their names, and their food. They are gone. This is what happened in Africa right now. As an African, I cannot marry someone from Guinea, someone from Senegal, someone from Mali, because I'm not Christian, I'm not Islam. I have to turn to Islam to marry a woman from Africa. I have to become a Christian to marry a woman from Nigeria, from Ghana, because I'm not a Christian. Maybe I'm Islam, I'm a Christian. I don't have religion, I'm evil. Do you know it was the Moors from Morocco that taught the Europeans how to take a bath, how to shower? The Moors civilized the Europeans. Don't you guys know? You guys know the country that destroyed Africa? Portugal, Belgium, England, Spanish, USA. These are countries we accepted as friends. They came and sabotaged us through our weak and wicked ones. Because in every set of people, there will be a bad person. That does not mean we call our ancestors evil. Are you alright? Did our ancestors kill any people? Did our ancestors invade any land and destroy people? Can't you wake up, Africans, and know who you are? Stop practicing European religion, European culture, European tradition. Stop doing white wedding do our African traditional wedding is enough. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery, Africans. Now, Africans, listen to learn. Listen and reason with your brains, your common sense.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to a great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Service coming to you through the offices of Radio Biafra. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. And we are here live and direct. Today is the 19th day of August 2023. If let me just check it out, please, before I made mistake. Before I make a mistake. Tatabo Bochinkwo no way sato now for 2023. Ya mene ọgbakọ no ka enu ozioma Chukwu okike abịama. N'ụbọchị nke taa, today is the 19th day of August 2023. Our leader remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is still in the enemy dungeon, in DSS dungeon, the Nigeria Secret Police. Notwithstanding that he has been released by the Nigeria Appeal Court, but the Nigeria government refused to obey their own constitution, their own constitutional court. Do you see how Nigeria is a banana republic? But they are trying to go to impose a so-called democracy in Niger Republic. Isn't it funny? It's highly absurd. And I am happy that they are meeting Brickstone in Niger. I'm happy because this is the second time Abdul Salam Abubakar is visiting. They are delegating him and others by ECOWAS to go and see the military junta chief. And the first time he refused to see them. This time around, he refused to see them. And good news, America drone. American base, drone base. They are saying that they are ready to relocate from Niger because they are now seeing what is coming. Let me tell you something. Before I continue, please, today I'm still going to host the European representatives. Ema anogba jegbe agbaya, anogba also agbaya jegbe. There are, things you all know that is happening, and we need to give clarity. That is why. And it is disturbing we set aside our regular programs in order to continue sensitizing our people, clarifying on issues, to know who is with us and who is against us, officially, openly. That is why people, national coordinators coming with their national or international reps, right from Africa down to Asia to Europe, is coming from time to time in order to express themselves openly. You understand? So this will continue until I think the European batch they will soon finish. They will soon finish their program, and we will continue our normal program in earnest. Normally today, Tatabo Saturday, we're supposed to be holding discussions on our religious program, because I see it that here lies the key. Igodo. In this belief, we will never stop it. So this is the reason why I have to tell you that once all these programs are put in order, now we will continue our normal program as usual, because we will never stop. Here, as I say, here is the key to freedom. Because liberation comes from inside. I don't know whether you understand me. Liberation comes from inside till outside. We need to emancipate ourselves from mental, first of all, mental slavery. Because we found out that the Europeans, the West, physically they are no more holding Africa in chains physically, but mentally they hold everybody. They hold us, and that is why they impose. You look at the democracy they impose in Africa. Is it not a democracy? They are going to, for them, they are going to defend the democracy in Niger through Tinubu and co. I say there are many. We will come back in more hotter than before, for your information, because we shall continue exposing the evil that the West are continue committing, including mental evil. They hold us in chains mentally after dealing with us for thousands of years. They give us a savior. They give us a savior. Sometimes how could I should die like this? And you say our people will continue defending this. You see people insulting our ancestors, people that we have 33% of their genes. People that without them we cannot exist. Calling them evil. As the clip I put before. The Belgium children of today, they never call their ancestors evil. Belgium. Let me start with Belgium. Because the evil that Belgium committed in Africa, in Congo, is unrivaled. King Leopold II killed half of a country's population, half of Congo, more than 15 million people. Do you know what? In Eche, Mana, today you have Saint Leopold pray for you. Are you not a dummy? You go to kneel down in a church, Saint Leopold pray for me, but you condemn your ancestor. Sometimes no, this brainwashing we have to reverse it. It's not easy. It has not been easy. You know, as somebody, I put it on my timeline, somebody, a full-grown man, paid his ticket with others, hotel bills, everything, spent millions of naira in order to go to other people's holy place in a so-called Israel, Palestine, in Israel, in order to report our brother Isaac to Jesus. Idiocy, physical idiocy. Just stupidity. Or he reported Eba Wugun so Ebe beheaded where John Baptist is beheaded. He spent money. The Israelis, they are collecting their money. The people is going in their land, they don't even believe in Jesus. But they open all these places as a tourist attraction, so that you come, they will show you this is a John the Baptist place, this is Abraham. You are paying money. You are growing their economy. Now this man went to report, but the people are killing Boko Haram, ISIS, Fulani terrorists. They have been destroying churches every blessed day. For you to understand, let me tell you, the highest thing you can do to human being is opening his eyes and giving him knowledge, not giving him bread. For your information, because there are some people that this that did he used to do good. Do you know how many people he's feeding? Do you know how many people is sent to school, is paying their school fee? That is rubbish. That is nonsense. If you understand me. After all, when he was still active, when he was alive, he used to steal money from the bank and go to markets and start throwing it. Some of you that I know that knew Lawrence Anene and Mondo Sumbo, all of them. That time we are small, 80s. He will rob a bank and go to other places and be spreading the money in the marketplaces. And people, old men and women will be picking it and blessing him. But he is a criminal. That is for sure. So, what all these pastors are doing, let me tell you, it is not, that is nonsense. If they want, let them employ, let them build transport services or anything to employ people to feed people. That is nonsense. Do you know the real thing? Telling people the truth. You cannot be scamming people, millions of people, in order to maybe feed 0.001% of them. And you know, the highest thing is to tell them, open their eyes, tell them the truth. Look, government is the problem we have. Do not hold Jesus accountable for your misery. Hold the government. That opening eyes of people, that is the main thing people need. If you are doing it like our brother is doing, that is the main job he's doing, not that helping. And you know, whenever somebody will come online, this person need help. Oh yeah, people will be donating. I donate 10,000 naira. I donate 100,000 naira. I donate. Okay, it becomes, how many people can you help? That is the thing. The most important thing is that word you are dishing out. Opening people's eyes that look, this is how it should be. If you understand, that is the word. Because we need to be liberated, as I said, from inside. Energy from the grassroots is highly effective. Energy released from the grassroots, from the tiniest. Do you know atomic bomb? Do you know how it works? Breaking of atom. The smallest particle, you know, before it was theorized that atoms can never be destroyed nor broken. But later on, it was proven false, because atom was the smallest particle as of, you know, in the reality of it. But when successfully atom got broken, split,